When Cloven starts feeding everybody, I want to see what's behind this door.
Yeah, so he walks up to the very first one here, and actually, my bad. I thought I put him out. Where did I put him? Oh, here we go. There's Cloven.
Way, so I'm not blocking his door.
And he opens the door to this first room, and there are like 9 of those mongrel creatures just standing around all at the edges of the room, staring at the doorway, looking hungry, and like they just get silent when the door opens. Their eyes just look famished.
I want to see what's behind the big door that he came out of.
These ones look at him with hatred, though. So, here this opens back up into the yard, like a little kind of garden, if you will. You should be able to open it. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Well,
You hear him just start tearing into these. And he goes, "I'm gonna let you starve. No, no, you ungrateful to the abbot pieces of garbage." And they just start cursing him and be like, "Give us our food, bootlicker." And he just like metes out very little food to them, obviously fucking hateful and scornful of them. What do you guys want to do? Go out into the yard, or
let's head back in. I don't want to have to fight a bunch of more things.
We should go back into the abbey.
The way he told us to go.
I think give you about 8 pictures here. This is a random assortment of all kinds of crazy shit, things that have like spider arms and fucking frog ears and feet, like whatever a frog ear is.
The most disturbing is the chest mouth.
The chest mouth.
Yeah, I agree.
So when you guys actually come back out into the courtyard, like still sitting there, like kind of like almost next to that bat-like thing on that chain is Irina. And she goes, "Is everything all right? It sounded crazy in there."
It is.
Yeah, turns out it was a stable.
A stable?
A stable of cursed things.
This poor thing. I think she is starving. And when it sees you, it starts to like back up and flap its wings, and she goes, "No, no, no, no. No, poor, no, dear thing. Wait, Mishka." And she goes, "Marzina." And she goes, "Oh, sorry, Marzina." Her name is Marzina, and she looks over at you and winks. And she goes, "Do not be afraid." And the thing kind of like flaps and wigs out a little bit, and tries to fly away and gets slammed back to the ground. And she just looks at you guys, "Guys, we should free her. I feel sorry for her.
I mean,
From
yeah,
what I can tell, this was done to them."
we can free her, but she's gonna get fed here in a second, so we can do that on our way out, right?
It is not food. Apparently, these things at one point came here for healing. I can't glean much more than that, but I do not think food is our biggest problem. And she looks at that big, thick chain wrapped around her neck, posted to the ground. Ultimately, it is up to you, friends, but I do not feel good about leaving her here.
It doesn't seem like a curse.
Well, yeah, but we don't really want to
smash the chain with my great axe.
Let's free her. It's such a free.
He doesn't even wait, just walks over and does his shit. As soon as you do, that thing like shrieks and fucking seconds later disappears into the sky of the night. And the shriek just grows less and less until it's nothing. She goes,
A little quieter, at least.
yes, maybe we incur her keeper's wrath, but my heart would have been heavy otherwise.
I don't really care to be on the good side of anybody who would do this.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Lut-
Are we still determined to find out who would do this?
I mean,
Assume
yeah.
it's who we're coming to see, anyways.
Mhm.
Unless there's been a coup here or something.
One sec. Oh, I forgot to put her down. So the door should be open. Like in these little pens next to you, when you approach, you hear things just like flipping out, kicking the door. Feed us! Feed us! Woo! All right. When you step in, I'm gonna pause you here. Who are we missing here? Zavir. He's way back in the tunnel. Nope, you're good. When you guys step into this room, just gentle sounding music trickles down from above, played on a single stringed instrument by some unseen master. Now I don't particularly know why I don't have it going, but it's actually the reason I got this stuff. The ground floor here is one large 50-foot square room with arched leaded glass windows. A cauldron sits on an iron rack above a fire in a hearth, which is what the glow was you noticed outside when you were coming in from the mountainside. Above the fireplace mantel hangs a golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. In one corner, a wooden staircase climbs to the upper level, while in another corner a stone staircase descends into darkness. Several chairs surround a wooden table that stretches nearly the length of the room. Wooden dishware and gold candelabras are neatly arranged on the table, standing behind which is a young woman with alabaster skin, dressed in a torn and soiled red gown. Her auburn hair is neatly bundled so as not to touch her soft shoulders. She seems lost in her own thoughts. A handsome young man in a brown monk's robe gently takes the woman by her hand. A painted wooden holy symbol that depicts the sun hangs from a chain around his neck. He moves with the grace of a saint, like unearthly almost. And let me show you.
No, he's a Hydra.
Should have them both here. That would be the girl. This would be the guy. As soon as he sees you, like he was about to look like a necklace or something around that thing, the woman's neck, and he just stops short, like in this pattern, and he just like stops right here and then turns his head and looks at you and says, "Visitors? How odd."
Is this a bad
And-
time?
Of course not. Perhaps. Maybe. No. It is a good time. Is it not, Vasilka? Only kidding, of course. Of course it is a good time. How may I help you? I am the abbot. He kind of like slides over, and about that time, he locks eyes with Irina, and his gaze like becomes intent on her, and he goes, could it possibly? No. He gets up and strides across the room, like straight towards her, like big, long strides. What do you do?
Intervene.
Yeah.
You step up to the abbot, and like he stops short of you and puts his hand on you, and he doesn't like push forward any further. He just like leans over and like peers, like, yes, that is perfect. By the way, you needed a favor, perhaps? He seems real distracted by Irina, and he's like studying her. Now I see, he mumbles to himself. The eyes. The eyes were too close together. The hair. And then he kind of looks back. Give me perception checks.
Yeah, next time I'm checking into perception.
It doesn't matter. I had a +8 and I've not rolled anything good all night. So
Dookie rolls. I don't know. They gotta fix that. I hope that dude fixes that importer soon, because that's a pain for everybody.
18.
yeah,
Not just us, like everybody. Literally. So looks like Javier, Balmir, you got like you see him glance back at the woman standing behind the table he walked from around, and he says, "Yes, definitely. The eyes were too close together." And he looks harder at Arena, and then he's waiting on you guys to answer his question. So he just kind of awkwardly stares for a minute. Well,
Beldry, what was it that we needed?
So out of game, what was it we needed? Because
Well,
it's been
wasn't he supposed to have something that could help us against
We were
Strahd?
just here to investigate.
yes.
And she needed us to take her here for some reason. Does anyone remember why she wanted to come here?
I barely heard any of that. Are you saying any of that out loud? You asking each other, Cody?
I was just generally stating it, not in game.
Okay.
That's what I was.
And I didn't
pretty
hear you,
sure
Con.
that-
I was asking if we
Nothing, man.
was asking why she asked us to bring her here, because she was the one who asked us to bring her here most recently, right?
Oh, so if you guys don't remember, she thought that she could come here and that this guy could maybe hide her from Strahd or help her escape or something. You were told also that by Donovich to come here because he'd heard that the abbot was a good dude.
Hmm.
He heard
well,
wrong.
this is bad.
Horribly, horribly wrong.
Anyways, in not the Twilight Zone, what do you guys want to answer? Or are you just gonna
So,
stand there
yes,
staring at him?
I'll answer. We were told that you would be able to help us in our quest. You would have an item for us.
Strange. I do not have gifts available. Who told you such things?
Apparently an unreliable source. Well, what are these hideous monsters in your abbey? What's the math perception?